Hey guys, welcome back to another As Seen by SB video where I let you know whether a product's worth the investment or not. And you likely clicked on this video because you're curious about trying mushroom coffee, but you're not sure whether you'll like it or not. Or maybe you already decided that you want to try mushroom coffee, but now you're unsure about which popular brand between Ryze or Everyday Dose that you want to try. Well, don't worry because I've tried both of these, and in this video I'll be discussing the similarity, differences, benefits, and most importantly, the taste and my unbiased personal preference. Now, before I get into the full review of these, I will say that one of these actually do taste like coffee. But be sure to stick around for the full details so you can make the best choice for your taste buds and your health goals. Alright, so first let's start with the ingredients. Now this is what sets these two apart. Ryze contains 6 functional mushrooms and it's 100% vegan and gluten-free. The 6 mushrooms are cordyceps for natural energy, lion's mane for focus, reishi for stress release, shiitake for immune support, turkey tail for healthy digestion, and king trumpet to fight inflammation. While Everyday Dose contains 2 mushrooms, chaga for boosting immunity and lion's mane for focus. But it's also supplemented with collagen, which is great for joint health, hair, skin, and nails, and L-theanine, which is purposed to help with mental clarity and improve sleep. Now, as far as the caffeine goes, both are low on the caffeine intake, which is the whole point of switching from regular coffee to mushroom coffee. And Ryze contains 48 milligrams of caffeine, and Everyday Dose contains 45 milligrams. And for each of these, they do suggest 1 tablespoon per serving, which will give you 30 servings. And there's a slight difference in the calorie intake where you'll have to give up 15 calories per 1 tablespoon of Ryze and 23 calories per 1 tablespoon of Everyday Dose. And while Ryze is 100% vegan, Everyday Dose is not because it contains the collagen, but it is GMO-free, gluten-free, dairy-free, and it's keto. All right, so now that we got all that out of the way, let's get down to the real showdown. Now, if you follow my channel, you've seen that I've promoted and I've done multiple videos on Ryze, but that's simply because Ryze mushroom coffee was the first mushroom coffee that I've tried. So having said that, I am not sponsored by Ryze or Everyday Dose. I just enjoy mushroom coffee overall, and I will likely do reviews of other mushroom coffees. But normally when I enjoy a product, I do try to join their affiliate program so that I can offer you guys a discount when you purchase, and I've left those links below in the description box and the pinned comments so you can check those out. All right, so the million-dollar question about mushroom coffee as a whole is, does it taste like mushrooms or does it even taste like coffee? And like I've said before, you will not know that you're drinking mushroom coffee, and that's whether you like mushrooms or not. And that's because when you're making your mushroom coffee, you literally use all of the ingredients that you normally use when you're making your regular coffee. Now, oddly enough though, Ryze mushroom coffee does not taste like coffee, but Everyday Dose does taste like coffee. Now, if that was the answer you're looking for in your decision-making process, then Everyday Dose is the right choice. However, after drinking Ryze for 3 months now and drinking Everyday Dose for about a month, there are a lot of things that I appreciate more so about Ryze over Everyday Dose. Now, as you can see, the consistency with both of these are very different. Ryze has a thicker texture while Everyday Dose is much thinner in texture. And I point that out because I love that Ryze tends to be more creamy and rich than Everyday Dose in my opinion. So just because Ryze doesn't taste like actual coffee, it definitely tastes like a very good alternative to your coffee. And regardless, I love the benefits that I know I'm receiving by drinking mushroom coffee, whether it's Ryze or Everyday Dose. You will notice, however, that because Ryze contains more mushrooms, the sediments will settle at the bottom if you don't continuously stir them while drinking. Now, just like everyone makes their regular coffee differently, the same applies with mushroom coffee, as the taste will be determined by what you mix it with. So I'll just show you very quickly how I make my mushroom coffee, whether it's Ryze or Everyday Dose. I heat up a hot cup of water. I use 1 tablespoon of mushroom coffee. I add my hazelnut creamer, 1 or 2 packets of stevia sugar, and I love mixing the ingredients with my self-stirring mug. And now I'm ready to enjoy. And the great part about mushroom coffee is that it can be served hot or cold and it'll still taste amazing. But of course, if you're making iced coffee to drink in the moment, be sure to use liquid creamer as opposed to powdered creamer because it dissolves better. Now, before I wrap this up with my pros and cons, I do want to address the cost because that could make or break your decision. For 1 30-serving bag of Ryze, it costs $36, which is the reoccurring subscription price, and it's $45 for a one-time purchase. But with my discount code, I can at least provide 15% off. The one thing I will stress though is when you're checking out, if you're not interested in a subscription where you will receive a monthly auto shipment, be sure to click the buy once option to avoid being surprised the next month. For 1 30-serving bag of Everyday Dose, it's also $45 for the one-time purchase, and if you choose the reoccurring subscription, it's $36. But once again, if you don't want an auto shipment to be mailed each month, be sure to check the one-time payment. All right, so hopefully by now you have a pretty good idea of which mushroom coffee you prefer. And I'm totally pleased with my decision to move from my regular coffee to mushroom coffee, and I haven't looked back. But there are a few final comparisons that I would like to address before I wrap this up. I will say the packaging for Everyday Dose is definitely more aesthetically pleasing than Ryze. I do wish, however, that Everyday Dose did not include collagen because I already take a collagen supplement, so I don't want to overdo it in the collagen department. Also, the one thing that I was a bit disappointed in Everyday Dose is that their customer service wasn't as prompt when I had a question as it was with Ryze. I would get an answer to my email within a day when I would message Ryze, but Everyday Dose, I would have to email them at least about 3 times before I would get some communication, so hopefully they improve that in the future. And another thing that I find to be a turnoff to me is that when a company uses the bulk of their advertisement to bash a competitor, it just doesn't give off the most professional vibes to me, and Everyday Dose seems to allow Ryze to just live rent-free in their minds as they continue to use bash advertisements. So hopefully they revamp their marketing strategy. So I am looking for a very healthy Everyday Dose versus Ryze debate. So let me know your thoughts below if you have any questions or which mushroom coffee you drink. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my health and wellness playlist as it includes a variety of products that I use that I know will help you in your wellness journey. But as always, thank you again for watching another As Seen by SB video where I let you know whether a product's worth the investment or not. Mushroom coffee as a whole is definitely SB approved. Don't forget to like or subscribe and share with somebody who could benefit. But until next time, stay healthy and take care.